is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello. All right. Little bit of an issue with the mic there. All sorts of weird things going on today, man. Honestly, I don't know what it is that's causing all these issues, but whatever it is. Okay, I think I have it under control now. Hello and welcome to another live stream. Apologies if you're watching my earlier live stream and it cut off completely. We're starting again here. Had a little bit of a technical issue and the stream just went blank. I am very, very sorry about that. I apologize, but we are back on the road and we are starting it again. Okay. Alrighty. Great. Excellent. So today we are going to be I'm trying to check the mic here. I hope it's not too loud. All right. So today we're going to be flying the A340 by Inibuilds. Going to be flying it around from Beijing to Seoul in Korea. Okay, so that is what we're going to be doing today. Yep. So what is going to be done today. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a fun flight. Hopefully we're not going to have too many issues today. During the flight, hopefully. I'm praying for that. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Check this aircraft out. Absolutely beautiful by Inibuilds, of course. Very lovely details all around. Excellent texture work. It has quite frankly become one of my favorite airliners to fly. We've gotten rid of the chocks there. And to note, we've got Rex Atmos running today. We've got ReShade running today. So a bunch of stuff going on today for us here. There's ReShade. It does cause the clouds to look a little bit funny, but it's okay. I prefer it with the ReShade than without. We are looking good in that department, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, what else? You can see the engines here. They have the clicking sound. It's really pretty cool. The CFM 56 are these? Yep. So, yeah. It's a lovely looking aircraft with excellent textures all around. Brilliant, brilliant aircraft. I love it. I love it. Alright, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go towards, let's get out of character mode. We're back into the cockpit for the second time today. Let me go to my flight. Let me import from SimBrief here. There we go. I'm going to go to payload, import everything from SimBrief, instant load. There we go. That's good. Right, and then we're going to go to GSX and we're going to ask for boarding here. Now, the reason I'm going to do this obviously is because whilst that boarding is happening, we can go ahead and take a look at this lovely airport. So boarding process has begun, lots of doors and all that stuff going on. We don't need to worry about any of this. Let's go ahead and check out a little bit of the scenery by TaiModels. This is Beijing Daxing International Airport by TaiModels. So yeah, very nice flooring there. I love these open areas that are incorporated at every snow there at every arm of the starfish shaped airport. So very, very, very beautiful. What is it here? Love, huh? Look at that. It's very nice. Okay, let's move on. Shall we go through the airport? There isn't much through the airport. It's modeled really nicely. Very lovely carpet there. So yeah, it's modeled quite well with the right amount of detail that will make sure that not too many frames are lost. Even then, quite a bit of frames are actually lost when you load into this airport. I mean, it's not a very easy airport on performance, but it's not too terrible. This is the central area here, sort of like a galleria kind of thingy. I don't know. It's like a central area of the airport, which is absolutely beautiful. That woman is cruising through there. Very, very nice. Lovely. Lovely space. It's beautiful. Okay. So yeah, every arm has a little outdoor area that we spoke about. Let's go and take a look at what is here. Let's check that out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Would you look at that? There we go. So we've got that on every arm. So it's a lovely airport. Very nice. And it's by TaiModels, available from quite a number of platforms if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, let's head back to our aircraft, shall we, and get some stuff started up. Control tower is surprisingly small for an airport of this size. It does have multiple control towers, but still. Anyway, let's head back into our aircraft here and get some stuff started up. We've already requested for boarding, so batteries up, external power, crew supply, ground control. Let's put those to align there. Emergency, nav, and these. There we go. Looking good. Okay, let's come down here. Our screens are booting up. Our passengers are boarding our aircraft, this time with no issue. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Never mind, it still has the issue. Got a complete gap there. What the heck? What in the heck is that? Look at this. What on earth is this? Wow, okay, whatever. Might need to update the GSX profile. That didn't happen the last time, but still, let's head down here and get our FMC ready. We'll do that in a second. Some brief view of flight plan. Let's request today's flight plan. Right there, IRS. Align it, please. Thank you very much. Let's go down here to our payload. Make sure that we have everything done, right? Yes, we do. Good. And then let's go to takeoff performance. Let's come down here and input what we need to. Okay. All right, let's go down here. Let's go to the next page. There we are. Zero fuel weight and zero fuel weight center of gravity. We'll pick that up from right here. Zero fuel weight for today is estimated at 141.8. We're going to put that in. 141.8 slash zero fuel weight center of gravity 25.97, which is 26. So we're going to put 26. Come on. Okay, block fuel for today estimated at 17.5, which is accurate. I'm double checking my figures. That's why I have this open as well. There we go. That should work. Let's just make sure that the calculations are going well here. And yes, they are. We're good. Let's go to flight plan. Go to our departure here. We're taking off out of runway 11 left. We don't have that departure, but we do have this one, so we're going to use it. Let's go to arrival into 34 right. 34 right ILS. Rebi 2 Alpha. We don't have Rebi 2 Alpha, but we do have this one. Rebi 1 Yankee. So we're going to use that. Go to a flight plan. Go to that discontinuity and clear that up. Come on. That's a long flight plan. There's our discontinuity right there. Clear it. We're good to go. Okay, let's go to performance. Come up here. Go to takeoff performance. Let's sync from the FMGS first because this runway is not correct. There we go. Everything here is good. Sync the weather. Everything is looking good. This is a bit off, but that's okay. Calculate. Send this data. 50, 55, 60. All right. 150, 155, 160. Done. Transition 9850. Flaps 1 slash 5.4 up is what it's recommending. That is what we shall do. Okay, good. Flex temperature at 53 degrees. 53. Done, ladies and gentlemen. We got all the information we need for our takeoff performance. Let's go and get rid of some of this company messages that we've been receiving. There we go. Okay. How do you get this? I forget how you get the received messages on this thing. How do I get the received messages? Reports? No. Connection? No. How do I open up my messages? I have no idea. Yeah, we've got nothing here. I don't know how to open up the messages, quite frankly, guys. Sorry about that. Just gonna leave that out. Clear all of this. Now we're just gonna wait for passenger loading to finish. I'm actually gonna go ahead and request this right now. Great. Good. Now takeoff today is going to be interesting. It's out of runway 11 left. So today for pushback, we need to request our nose to the right. Let me show you guys our little nav map flight plan, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you know the passengers walking on the air. There we go, little nav map. So today's flight plan takes us from Beijing all the way to Seoul in South Korea, which isn't too bad of a flight. We're going to use fast forward today, obviously, on the channel. We're not going to sit through the whole thing without that. That is our flight plan. We don't have the arrival and departure procedures inputted in here, and that's okay. So there is our flight plan for today. Brilliant. This airport is a very complicated labyrinth of taxiways, honestly. It's very complex. It's not an easy airport to navigate, and China has like so many of these extremely large, beautiful airports. It's interesting. Anyway, just waiting for... Oh, there we go. That's done. Waiting for pushback now, huh? Okay, let's put our local pressure at 1018. That's fine. We don't have manage mode available. Let's do FD manage mode. We'll climb out to 10,000 feet. There we go. We got manage mode and everything available. And then after 10,000 feet is when we climb up towards 29. Just 29,000 feet. That's it. No, doesn't seem right. What is our flight level? 29,000, that's it. Okay. GSX. No, don't interrupt pushback, just do the pushback. Thank you. Alright, we're waiting for pushback. Brilliant. That's all done and good. And nose to the right, yeah. Okay, let's go in here, release that parking brake. Should get us going. Let's put this on nav. Alrighty, get in here and let's put all of that on. Done. Let's put... Wait, we don't have APU on? Oh my god, I forgot to start the APU completely. Oh yeah, I was looking at the scenery. I forgot completely. Unbelievable. Okay, beacon lights on, please. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for APU to boot up now before we can start up our engines. Yeah, there we go. Not good at all because external power disconnected completely. That is not good. Okay. What is going on right now? Okay, we're booting everything up. We can put that down. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, everything has come to life. We're okay. All right, let's go for engine start. Number 1. Yes, we have N2 rising, luckily for us. There's a guy walking up. Okay, he says bye-bye. See ya. All right, engine number 1 is available. Let's go turn on engine number 4. Can also drop our flaps there as well. Okay, sorry about all this. Let's get back into the cockpit there. I'm gonna flick open both these engines at the same time here. Okay, we got APU bleed and the engines helping, so it should be okay to do that. So we need to get out of here, don't we? There we go. You're looking good. All right, I think it's time for us to get on out of here, right? Let's uncage this. There we go, that's much better. Let's get that back down to normal. Let's go up there. APU off. These two need to come on. Taxi lights on here. Everything else is looking good. Okay. Great. We'll do that. We'll release that parking brake. Put that on. Oh, that doesn't stick for me. Interesting. Okay, automatic on that. System 1 on that. On that. That doesn't work. Interesting. Standby on that. That's okay. Let's put that on there. Oh, it doesn't work, huh? Interesting. It's a new update probably. It doesn't work. Don't know. Either case, we're okay. We are okay. Okay, we're gonna continue our taxi here. All the way, ladies and gentlemen, to our runway, which is 11 left. So let's continue that. Enjoy some views along the way as we taxi. The airport looks quite desolate. Quite desolate. It does look quite desolate from this particular angle, doesn't it? Anas, once again, welcome back to the stream. Hello, man. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Anas? I need to turn, don't I? Yeah, I do. We turn this aircraft. There we go. And we're gonna turn it off to the left now. Desolate landscape. Okay. Good. Need to turn to the left up ahead. Even the taxiways look much more realistic. I'm not sure about that. I have no idea how Beijing Daxing actually looks like, Mr. Anas. So I wouldn't be able to tell you. Doesn't feel like a game taxiway. Ah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I don't know what is going on right now, but my PC temperatures are quite high. Well, it's not anything alarming, but it is fairly high. That is pretty alarming. Okay, let's get back into the flight deck here, and let's make this turn right off to the right. This is a long taxi. It's probably one of the longer taxis. We're gonna be okay. We are going to be okay. There we go. Okie dokie, let's go cabin. Let's go that. Let's go. Okay, yeah, we're good. We are good. Company message can screw itself because I don't know how to open it, quite frankly. This is a long taxi, man. Hopefully the flying makes up for it today. We had a bumpy start to the streams, but hopefully it will be okay. TO configuration, we can check that right now. Oh, pitch trim. We can just set our pitch trim. Forgot about that. Okay, no problem. It's supposed to be 5.4. I can do that. Okay, I think I'm going to lose that. Yep, there we go. Need to turn right here. Right on time, ladies and gentlemen, right on time. Okay, parking brake down. Let's make sure that our trim is set correctly. It's supposed to be 5.4. I believe that is around 5.4 enough for us. Clear all of that, please. I don't care about your company messages. Okay, thank you. All right, we are good and ready to go. Let's go ahead and put this on takeoff. Let's put that on. Let's put that on. Let's put that on. Everything else up here is looking great. Let's release that and let's go to TA on that. And we are ready to rumble, aren't we? Let's give it a bit of power. Seat belt. We already have seatbelt signs on. Why aren't we moving? There we go, we're moving. Seatbelt signs already on, man. Up here. See that? They're already on. Fong 2007. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Hello there, Mr. Mike Coffee. Welcome to the stream. Good day to you. Let's Turn this bird around and ready for takeoff, eh? Just like that. Okay, I think we're good to go here, aren't we? Yes, we are. All right. Power set. Ground speed at 34. Okay. Airspeed is alive. Very nice. Obviously, it's an A340. It takes a while.
V1.
V1, rotate. Have a nice and easy rotation there. There we go. Gear up. So back in here, flaps up. There we go. Okay, let's put that lever to climb. There we go. Still hand flying here. Let's increase the range on that. Let's increase the range on that. Climbing a little slower than I should, but I don't really care. Since we're hand flying it, we can leave it like this for the time being. Let's hand fly this thing, shall we? Okay, give it a better climb. Ooh, not that fast. It's actually really lovely to hand fly this aircraft. Okay, let's just give it off to the autopilot now. Autopilot 1. I'm getting bored of Phoenix 320. Which one should I buy next? Phoenix Expansion or PMDG 738, sir? Do you have any other PMDGs? Do you have any other PMDGs? Do you have the 737 or any of that? Maybe you have the iFly, so depends. I can only recommend one based on what you already have. Which one do you have? Never tried Boeing before. Oh, without a doubt, go for the PMDG 737-800 it is. Without a doubt. No, you don't need to think much. If you've never tried Boeing, go ahead. You need to try that. You need variety, you know what I mean? So definitely don't buy the expansion pack. Phoenix is amazing, don't get me wrong. The expansion pack, I have it. It's brilliant. It's great, yes. But if you've never tried Boeing PMDG 737-800 it is. Also look into the iFly Max 8 as well, please. Why aren't we climbing? We are climbing, mate, but we have a constraint over here, an altitude constraint, which is why we're waiting at the moment. I myself don't do heavies, but if I did, I would have gotten BAE 146 PMDG, and Boris AudioWorks has an issue, I heard. Oh, you're very welcome, Mr. 2007, Fuong 2007. You're very welcome, anytime. I myself don't do heavies, huh? I would have gotten BAE 146. A BAE 146 is not heavy. A BAE 146 is not a heavy aircraft, Mike Coffee. Maybe I'm misreading what you're saying. PMDG and Boris AudioWorks has an issue here. To be honest with you, PMDG, the 777 for instance, it needed audio improvements before, but now it doesn't. Okay, the audio is just fine on the 777 But the default audio is just fine on the 777, where you really don't need the Boris audio pack for it. You don't. You no longer do. You no longer do. Let me see. We're past our transition altitude? Not yet. We're coming up on it. So yeah, you no longer do need that. So not that big of a deal, man. Yeah, BAE 146 is a light jet. BAE 146 is a commuter aircraft, a short-haul commuter aircraft. It's absolutely brilliant. If you pick up the one by Just Flight, the BAE 146 and the RJ something professional, 100 professional. Absolutely beautiful aircraft, such good modeling and everything. So yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It is a light jet. I would love to fly that. I would love to pick it up at some time. Yeah, the PMDG sounds are now pretty decent. Like, they're better than the A340 sounds, for instance, I think. There we go. Checking out some views along the way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're reaching 10,000 feet. There we go, 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and climb up to our cruising altitude of 29,000. And let's put that as... Yep, right there. QNH, we can pull that and make that standard. Let's go up here, turn that off, turn that off. We don't need that, we don't need that. These can come down to automatic and we are looking good. That's pretty much it. Oh, ground spoilers are still armed. Sorry about that, I got carried away with the views. Don't you already have the BAE 146? No, I do not. I do not have the BAE 146 or the RJ 100 something professional. I do not have that. So as you can tell, the A340 is a very sluggish aircraft. Takes its time. Are Boeing that hard to learn if I know Airbus pretty well already? I would say it's harder to go from Airbus to Boeing than Boeing to Airbus, because Airbus does a lot of the stuff for you. Like, for instance, I'll give you a quick example. If you look overhead, with Airbus, you press a couple of buttons and you're done. With Boeing, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. The 777 is fairly easy, to be honest with you, but the 737-8, you've got a lot of stuff. Like, you have to manually do the packs and the bleeds. You know, you gotta manually do that. The 777 is usually left on already, but in the 737, you gotta do that manually. You need to switch power between the different sources manually. The buses, you need to switch them manually. Airbus does that for you automatically, but the 737 does not do that. You need to switch it by yourself. Obviously in the 777 it's fine, but in the 737 you've got to switch the bus from APU, switch power to engines, from ground power switch it to APU. You got to do all of that manually, so there's more steps involved. The good part though is Boeing makes you focus on the whole flying part of it much more, so you have control in a Boeing. So for example, if you wanted to fly without the auto throttle, you want to perform a landing without the auto throttle, learn how to fly the aircraft completely manually, Boeing is your way to go. So there's a nice trade-off there, if that makes sense. There's a nice little trade-off there. It helps you understand what goes on in the aircraft a little better as well if you fly in a Boeing. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's nothing too bad. I definitely recommend that you get it. Check between the 737-800 by PMDG and the 737 MAX 8 by iFly. See which one you like better. The 737-800 does have a lot more variants. It has a cargo variant involved as well. It's included in that, I believe. The iFly is great as well, so see what you like. See what you like. They're pretty similar at the end of the day. The iFly has big old screens because it's a MAX 8. It has some systems like, you know, the MCAS and stuff, but yeah, see which one you like. It won't be too bad for you though. It won't. So don't worry about it like that. It won't be too bad for you. Okay, so We are doing our climb pretty well here. For an A340, this is particularly well. That is a high rate of climb. So yeah, we're okay. Let's increase the range on that. Excuse me. My voice there cracking a little bit. Let's increase the range there, increase the range there. Yeah, I think we're pretty set now. And I'm not worried about our speed limits at the moment. That is from when we passed 10,000 feet. Looking good. And we just need to go ahead and skip through our cruise, huh? So we'll wait till we reach our cruising altitude and then I'll fast forward through our cruise a little bit. I'm getting PMDG first, then wait for Phoenix 321 Neo. Then yeah, I would recommend that. That is an excellent way to go. If I were you, that's exactly what I would do. That would be my recommendation. Our cruise altitude is correct. That's a good question. Yeah, it's rather low today. So for some reason, SimBrief has recommended only 29,200, which is funny, given that we can go much higher than that technically, but that's what we're flying at apparently, and I'm just gonna go with it for now. We are so slow. Anyway, I'm getting PMD. Yeah, that's a way to go. That's a way to go. When Phoenix releases the Neo, you should get the A321 for that. That makes much more sense. Much more of a strategic approach to purchasing aircraft, which I think is very important. So yeah, that's a way to go. Cruising altitude is okay, so we're okay. Some lovely views. Let's see what the passenger is experiencing. It's pretty cool from the cabin too, to be honest. Let's go to some cinematic, eh? Let's enjoy some cinematic views. Let's put that up there. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Lovely wing flex. Very nice scenery down there. I wasn't expecting such good ground details for China, but it is there. So yeah, it looks a bit 2D and a bit flat at some of the building areas, but that's okay. But it is looking good as we fly out here. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Oh, we're flying into some low visibility here. Once we reach the cruising altitude, I will fast forward this flight because it's supposed to be how long? 1 hour and 50 flying time or something like that? No, I need to double check that. Yeah, flight time is 1 hour and 17 minutes. So I'm gonna give it a bit of, yeah. That's why I only fly in Europe. Well, the whole point of Microsoft Flight Sim is to enjoy the scenery around the world, right? You really should try other places, man. That would be my recommendation. I do fly a lot in Europe myself. However, like trying out China, and China is not bad at all. Like look at how it's much better than I thought it was gonna be. Look at that, it's much better than I thought it was, and you have a lot of fantastic airports in China. Like nothing like you've ever seen in Europe, like just big old great mega airports, and China is filled with them. So if you purchase a few of those, you can have lots of fun flying around. You should check out Japan for sure, because Japan is extremely detailed in the Microsoft Flight Sim. It also has a lot of world updates and minute details and all that good stuff. It has great star airports, some great free ones, paid ones, default ones. Definitely have to check out Japan. Every Japanese island basically is fantastically done in the sim. Australia has some great options if you want to check that out too. I fly almost everywhere. New Zealand has some of the best places that you could fly in. So yeah, lots and lots of places, man. US, Canada, Alaska is beautiful. Iceland is very beautiful. I had a recent live stream on that. Very beautiful. Iceland is in Europe, obviously. You fly there, I hope. But yeah, some really good stuff, man. You should really take it around the world and see what you can do. Purchase a few airports here and there and have fun. You also have a dedicated video on the Beijing Daxing Airport, right? Yeah, I do have a video on Beijing Daxing. It's just an introduction just to how it went. We're almost at our cruising altitude and we need to fast forward this stuff, don't we? Asia is very beautiful, but most of the country in Asia don't have photogrammetry. Ah, yes, you are very right. You're very right that photogrammetry is missing in a lot of places. But Japan is an exception. Japan is definitely an exception. You have to try out Japan. If you haven't done that before, fly in Japan, man. It's amazing. Yeah, a lot of places are missing a lot of scenery. Like, for example, the Middle East is missing quite a good chunk of scenery, which if you want good scenery, you have to buy it, which kind of a shame, you know, you need some stuff there. So yeah, I agree on that. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get our sim rate going here. So I'm gonna get that going just so we can... Oh wait. Oh yeah, this is the one where I can't do it from here. I have to do it from the tablet. So let me do it from here. Time compression. Let's do 4 into time compression. And there you go. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is because obviously we've got a little bit of a lengthy flight ahead of us. There isn't much we can do in cruise. So I'm going to give it a bit of an oomph there. Not for too long though. When we near top of descent, I'm going to have to jump back into the flight. So yeah, that's how we're going to do this. Very nice scenery. Rex Atmos is doing its job, I believe. Yes, it is. It's doing its job. It's working well. Yeah, luckily we don't have to do fast forward for too long. We'll be there in no time. Yeah, just need to cut some distance off. That's it. Just make sure we're all good in the flight deck. Yes, we are. Everything's looking pretty stable. It's wonderful. The code is welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to see my regulars at an odd time. Welcome. Nice to see good new people as well. I like it. I like it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, the code is. Try Pyongyang next time. Oh, Air Koryo. Pyongyang, huh? See, the thing is, I'd love to fly it, but what does Air Koryo even fly? They have a bunch of Russian aircraft, don't they? Air Koryo has a bunch of Russian aircraft, I believe. So going to Pyongyang might not be possible in the simulator because obviously they don't have any Airbus or Boeing and stuff like that. Unless we do something like yeah, they have a Tupolev, and that is the problem. We don't have any good Tupolev models in the flight sim, and the ones that are there are mostly from a Russian site, and I can't read Russian. So unless we decide to do like a fighter jet in Pyongyang, which might be a little bit edgy, but I don't really mind that. We could try that. Look at that modeling. I don't know why people overrate Inibuilds. What are you talking about? The model is actually pretty good. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Maybe it's because when I was changing views, you might have noticed something funny. Is that what you're talking about, Mr. 2007? Fuang 2007. Is that what you're talking about? I mean, check out, like, for example, the textures on the engines. They're pretty good. I will say Inibuilds is overrated in my humble opinion. Yes, it is. It is too expensive and filled with gimmicks. Okay, they have too many gimmicks and it's expensive. All right. Oh, wait. I misread that. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Overhate. God, I'm getting old, huh? I'm getting old. I'm getting so old. I read that as overrate. My bad. So this is how you know. I'm supposed to be sleeping right now, man. I'm a little loopy. Excuse me. But yeah, people overhate Inibuilds. Here's the thing. Inibuilds is great, but their pricing is a little on the high side, and they have a lot of gimmicks. They charge for their gimmicks. You know, they really do. They charge for their gimmicks, and you know they do. That is the thing about them. And I don't like how they're a little bit of, I don't know how to put it. I think they're kind of abusing their power a little bit. I'm not sure. That's just how I feel. But their aircrafts generally are good. Like, for example, the A340 that I'm flying right now. Honestly, is one of my favorite things to fly in the flight sim. I love it, but it's a little bit too focused on the gimmick side of it, and it's expensive. This was $60. That is expensive. I don't know if it's worth that, you know. I don't know if it's worth it. So I have mixed feelings about Inibuilds. Yeah, if you convert to currencies, you're paying a pretty penny there. You are paying a pretty penny if you do any conversions. I agree. That's gonna be rough for you. The airports are horrible though. Which ones particularly? Because I have one airport by no, that's not true. I have 2 paid airports by Inibuilds and couple of free ones as well. They do have a few free airports. I have them installed. We can't judge on free airports. They're free, they're pretty decent, it's fine. I have Milwaukee and some other couple of others, and they're fine. They're just fine the way they are. I have Doha, and I have to tell you, Doha is good. Doha by Inibuilds is good. It is good. It's probably my favorite airport in the whole place to fly into. It is great. Okay. Is it a little expensive? Yes, it is expensive. For the amount of work they put in though, it's fair, but it's overkill. Agreed. I also have the Dubai by Inibuilds. Now that one I don't really like. That one I do not like because it's not modeled fully. Okay, there's a terminal that's completely empty and it's not modeled properly. That one I do not like. But the Doha is pretty good, man. You have to check it out. The Doha is pretty good. I use it a lot on my channel as well, actually. It's a very interesting discussion indeed, Mr. Mike Coffee. Mike Coffee 10. It is an interesting discussion. Inibuilds and their shenanigans. Okay, top of descent is right there. We don't need to do this for much longer. I believe we should kind of go back into 1 speed for a second here at least, so we can enjoy some of the views better, right? So let's try that. There we go. I argue with Inibuilds team about Dubai second terminal. Yeah, Dubai second terminal is the problem. Dubai second terminal, I have it and it's empty. The other terminals are just fine. The other terminals are modeled just fine, and then you've got one terminal that's completely empty. It's so stupid. It is very stupid. Yeah, tell us that. What did they say? That is an interesting thing. What did they tell you? The other thing is, Inibuilds does have, I have to say, the default A330 in 2024 now is pretty good. When it first released, it had lots of bugs and lots of issues and all sorts of nonsense going on with it, yes. But now it is pretty good. For a default aircraft particularly, it's a pretty decent one. So I don't mind that. So credit where credit is due to Inibuilds, but for keeping things honest, they have very mixed, they invoke mixed feelings, you know. That's what it is. The A340 isn't bad, but it's expensive. $60, my god, that is rough. Payware A330, I do agree, but not by Inibuilds, because Inibuilds has that default one. I want someone else. So I would like to see Payware A330-900 Neo. The A330 Neo, I'd love to see that for Microsoft Flight Sim. Not the one we have by Headwind, I mean a proper one. Default aircraft good, wait what, well take that with a grain of salt. I mean compared to the other default aircrafts, Mr. Mike Coffee. So not by itself, I mean compared to the other default aircraft, the default A330 by Inibuilds isn't bad now. When it first released, horrible, lots of bugs, but now it's decent compared to other default aircrafts, of course. We can't compare it to Payware, but you know, it's a decent offering, and I do fly it quite often too. Very nice. Microsoft Flight Sim is just an expensive thing. It's just an expensive thing. Shouldn't we be oh, that's a good question. Shouldn't we be descending now? Oh, not yet. You scared me there, Mr. Runners. Not yet. We've got about 30 nautical miles to our top of descent. We're almost there though. We should... Oh god. Hold on. Alrighty. I waste tons of money on scenery and I regret a lot, not because the scenery is bad, because I don't fly it much. Yeah, that's something we all have, man. I myself, I have so many aircrafts. Not so many, but I have a couple of them that I bought that I still haven't featured on the channel yet. I've got scenery that I've bought that I've not featured on the channel, I believe. No, not airports, but some things that I've bought that I've never actually used. It's just part of the game, Mr. Fong. Don't feel too bad. Okay, let's go and see what we have for landing here. Okay, landing performance. Sync everything up. Oh, I'm not gonna just sync FMS. There we go. Compute. There's our landing performance, but this is not gonna help us, is it? Yeah, let me just go up here. We need to do this quickly because we're coming up on top of descent. Yeah, it's... oh god, okay. Flight Sim add-on is crazy good compared to other games. Yeah, it is. We have a lot of add-ons for this particular game. Like, the level of add-ons are just crazy. I mean, I have so many installed right now. Couldn't even list all of them off the top of my head. 9.4, let's put that in. Temperature outside is 19, let's put that in. Wind 290/8. Oh, that's not correct. 290/8. We need to descend, don't we? No, not yet. Transition 14,000. I'm gonna use radio 200 as I normally do. Landing full, and there you go, we're done. Okay, go here. Can you remove cinematic mode? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was still in cinematic for this, wasn't I? Let's go down here to our descent altitude, which we need to check out here. 1600. There you go. 1600, huh? Let's do 1600. 1600. There we go. Coming up on top of descent. Waiting here. Okay, top of descent reached. Let's begin our descent. There we go. Can't wait for the Phoenix Neo and Ini A380. Oh, the Inibuilds A380. Okay. So I'll agree with the Phoenix Neo, but the Inibuilds A380. Let me ask you something. Do we really need an A380 payware? The fly-by-wire A380 is honestly amazing. What could Inibuilds do to make a payware A380 that's gonna cost us like at least $60 worth it? What are they gonna do to it? Like, the textures on fly-by-wire are already amazing. What are they gonna do? Improve it a little bit? Is that gonna be worth $60 plus? I am not so sure. So I don't feel very positive about Inibuilds A380. But yeah, that is my 2 cents on that matter. Time acceleration. What do you mean? What do you mean time acceleration? What do you mean time acceleration, Mr. Fong? Okay, so our descent is going well. We have a constraint there, and let's improve the range there. Let's decrease that. That's a little close there. I hate long haul, but I love the aircraft. The fly-by-wire A380 does support time acceleration. It has time acceleration. It can go into 16, technically. Although you should never go above into 4, but still, it does support time acceleration. Yeah, A380 already has fast forward. I fly the A380. I've actually done a flight once from Sydney to Doha using the A380 fly-by-wire, and I did that with time compression. Yeah, it does. It really does. The fly-by-wire A380 is amazing. I don't know how Inibuilds is going to make a value proposition that's going to make it worth $60. What are they going to do? I have no idea. Okay, our descent is going well. It says decelerate. I am not worried about that at the moment. Air China. I really need to get the scenery for Seoul Incheon, man. It's a shame that we're flying into a default airport. Default airports suck, honestly. I mean, some handcrafted ones even are terrible, but default airports are just terrible. I really need to get my hands on the Seoul Incheon Airport. I really want it. It's very important. But at the moment, I don't know if I'm entirely capable of squeezing that into my purchases. I really want to. Maybe I will. So we departed with 15 minutes of delay. Apparently we're arriving a little bit either on time or a little bit early. I think we had a bit of tailwind probably to help us, but I'm not sure. There we go. That's why I fly in Europe, because Asia don't have many good scenery. And no, they it does. Seoul Incheon there is a very good airport out for Seoul Incheon. I don't know if you checked that out, Mr. Fong 2007. There is an absolutely excellent airport out for Seoul Incheon. So you should check that out, man. Now, I'm not talking about the one by there was a particular one that had a bad scenery. There's another one out that's absolutely brilliant. Check it out. For Seoul Incheon, it's very good. Yeah, I mean, but in general though, if you want to fly around in Asia and other regions, you do have to dish out a bit of money buying some good airports. That is one thing. The actual scenery around Korea isn't too bad though. Your ground speed at cruise was 523, so I guess we did manage to cut our time there a little bit. Let's see what the our flight deck is telling us. Yeah, we still need to decelerate. We're just a few knots above it. Fine, we'll reach there quicker. I don't really mind that. A2A simulations will be making a 172. We've been waiting since 1984 for a proper 172. The Cessna 172 A2A simulations. A2A simulations are absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you guys know about the Piper Comanche that they made. Probably it was ahead of its time. It had all the walk around stuff. It had the tie downs and the checking of the various features outside in 2020. Long before anyone else did. Long before. So the Piper Comanche is an absolutely brilliant aircraft, and now it's available for 2024 too. Can't wait to get my hands on that someday. I love that aircraft. Brilliant. Again, A2A simulations. Absolutely great developer. End of the year for the 172. Will you be getting that, Mr. Mike Coffee 10? Are you a 172 guy? You seem like you love the 172. I personally do not like the 172 and the Cessna. In that whole class, I have never enjoyed flying those aircrafts for some reason. But if it's by A2A simulations, then I guess I'll have to consider it. But I'll buy their Comanche before I buy the 172. That's my personal opinion. What about you? Spent 14 years flying one in real life, of course. Then you've got to get it. You've got to get it as soon as it comes out. Well, then I'm very glad for you, man. You're finally gonna have that really, really good model. Let's change our barometric pressure there to the local, which is 1015. That's okay. Let's look at the ranges here. Let's reduce that. A 182 and a Cherokee 180. I think the Cherokee 180 might be something I might be more interested in buying personally. I'll look into it, but Comanche first for me. I love the Piper Comanche by the Turbo Aerostar. Oh, they're spoiling us for choice now. Turbo Aerostar. Wait, A2A AccuSim. Who has the Aerostar out right now? AccuSim has it, right? AccuSim has one right now? I think AccuSim has an Aerostar out already. It's been out for a while, I believe. Yeah, they do, they do. Oh, look at that color of the water right there. Very nice, isn't it? Look at that. That is beautiful. My gosh. It's lovely, lovely stuff. GA Flying Hobby. Excellent. That is excellent. Look at our beautiful bird. This is a very gentle and beautiful bird, the A340. Rented, yeah. But still, that must have been pretty fun. I think renting is the way to go anyway. Owning aircraft is a headache. I think renting is the way to go anyway. It's beautiful, this thing. I need to adjust this view. Excuse me while I do that, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, just need to adjust it just a little bit so that we can have a good cinematic of it. Yep, right there. Let me save that in ChasePlane here. ChasePlane is taking longer and longer to load up every time I try it. It's kind of annoying, but okay. There we go. Looking good. We have we're at 10,000 feet now. Let's go ahead, turn on the landing light right there. Let's put our passenger signs and stuff on here. Good. It was also some, thank you Anas for reminding me, it was also some Warriors and a 152 and one 150 and one Tomahawk. What is a Hawk? Which aircraft are you talking about when you mean Hawk? I'm only aware of the jet, the Hawk T1. That's all I'm aware of. The Hawk Tour. Oh my god, the Hawk Tour. The Hawk T1. Piper Tomahawk. Oh yes, they called it the Tomahawk because it was almost impossible to get out of a spin. I have heard that before. One of the flight sim channels that I watch did do a review or a flight using the Piper Tomahawk, and they did do a bunch of testing with it. And yes, that is a famous thing that it's known for. It's difficult to get out of a spin with that aircraft, and in the flight sim they managed to get out of a spin. So that's how we knew it wasn't exactly realistic. I think Coronado has a Piper Tomahawk, and it's not that realistic. Obviously it's Coronado, it's not going to be extremely realistic, but they were able to get out of the spin. It wasn't easy, but they were able to. Slowing down. Let's see, Mr. Anas. I think we're good at speed, man. We're good at speed. The aircraft, I'm not too worried. I am not too worried at all. Let's take a look. What is happening? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We are definitely good here. As a matter of fact, I can decrease our range further. Do the same this side as well so we can get a better view. Okay, we should have put our auto brake on, but I'm doing that now. And I'll do this up here as well. Yeah, we're good. Just Flight has a Tomahawk, hard to get out of. Just Flight has a Tomahawk. Is it Just Flight Piper Tomahawk or Coronado Piper Tomahawk? Coronado has Pipers, but I don't know if they have the Tomahawk. Just Flight Tomahawk sounds more right. I need to check that out. I definitely will. Got traffic ahead of us. Below. There it is. Jin Air. I believe that's Jin Air. It is. Korean or Japanese, one or the other. I don't know which one they are, but one or the other. They have the Comanche. Yeah, that's Piper Comanche. Piper Comanche is by A2A Simulations. That's the one I was just talking about. Piper Comanche 250 is it called? I love it. I love it, and I need it. I need to get Seoul Incheon. I'm not joking. I need to get it. It's too good not to have, man. Look at that. Coronado has a Comanche. The Piper Comanche. Coronado has Piper Comanche? They have the Piper Dakota. That came out free. Got a ride in a Comanche once, right? How was that? It's an old aircraft. It's not particularly new, the Comanche. Yeah, I mean, the Piper Dakota was free. The Piper Dakota was free for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. It was given as like a, just a free gift, basically. So it wasn't bad at all. And it's definitely not bad. You can't look a gift horse in the mouth, you know what I mean? And besides, it is pretty decent. I actually enjoy that aircraft. I should fly it one of these days, huh? It is a pretty enjoyable aircraft too. So yeah, pretty good. We are very close to landing now. I should ideally jump in here to the cockpit. Not free for 2020, yeah. Free means sorry, yeah. Yeah, that is what it was. That was effectively what Piper Dakota was. That's what I heard. It was like an apology from Masobo or whatever. But hey, we are going to, But anyway, it's a good aircraft. It's a good aircraft to have in... Coronado isn't too bad. It's not too accurate or anything like that, but it's not too bad. Definitely a good one for most people. If you're looking for extreme accuracy, yeah, no, but otherwise it's pretty decent. We're looking good on the speed, Mr. Anas. We're looking good on the speed, so don't you worry. Oh, there's an aircraft right ahead of us. Yeah, there's an aircraft. There it is. Look at that. Whoa. Whoa. What are you doing? A bit of tandem flying for you guys, and he has collided into us for sure. Yeah, we're just fine, man. We're doing just fine. We've got plenty of room. We are looking okay. Yeah, we're okay. We'll be just fine. Making that lovely turn. Now, Fong 2007, if you're still in here, Mr. Fong, if you're flying a Boeing, you've got way more stuff to do at this stage. You can't just let everything be, you know what I mean? Got lots more to do. It's far less dependable automation in my opinion, but I like that, so it's depends what you like. Yeah, we're looking okay. Yep. Yeah, after this turn, we're going to turn on the localizer. As a matter of fact, we can do that now. We'll probably catch it momentarily. Okay, and we should be okay from here on out. Our speed will decrease at some point, hopefully. Waiting for localizer. Yeah, we're okay. We're a little too high. I don't like being this high. No, we're not too high, but it's okay. Let's see how this goes. Ideally, we should have slowed down, but the FMC wants us to slow down somewhere here. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Where is the localizer?
2,500.
2,500 already. Good lord, and we haven't caught the localizer. Our gear is still up, everything is still up, and we haven't caught the localizer. Could you believe that? Wait, do I have the... Crap, I did not check. I did not check our IRKN is the identifier. Do we have that tuned in or not? Is that correct thing, or have we screwed up here? Let's have a look. This is runway... Which runway are we landing into? Ooh. It's a terrible question for... Oh, localizer caught. Thank God. I'm going to switch on approach mode as well now. Let's go to LS, and let's go there as well. Good. That's much better. Let's put the range down. We are okay, ladies and gentlemen. We are okay. That's a restriction. Walful, hello there. Welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Walful. That's a restriction. Waiting for the localizer time for a coffee. Oh, yeah. We got the localizer. We're waiting on just to catch the glide slope now. We're okay. Let's just get our flaps down and prepare ourselves for landing here. Flaps down. Ideally, I should have my gear down by this point, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Not going to do it just yet. 2,500 feet, you should have your gear down and you should be set for a lot of stuff, but still it's okay. It's okay. We'll find ourselves a nice little gate. Where are the large gates at Incheon? I have no idea. Okay, we'll see after landing. Now we know why your name has coffee in it. Yeah. I do like my cold coffee myself, if I'm being honest. Right, okay, let's help this aircraft slow down a little bit more. Flaps down. Let me put my gear down. There we go. A cold coffee wouldn't be bad while streaming. The A340 looks so good. I was just searching for a stream to see how MSFS payware Airbuses are. Oh, well, the A340 is pretty good, man. The A340 is pretty good. SkyDolly. Yeah, we should SkyDolly, but not yet. We've still got our flaps to go. Flaps full. There we go, ready to land. SkyDolly starting right now. SkyDolly ready. Yeah, this one's a pretty good one. If you're looking into getting a payware aircraft, this one's a pretty good one. I think it's time for us to take manual control, isn't it? Let's go. My aircraft. Oh, the trim is a little bit finicky. It has been given us to... come on, Mr. Autopilot. Why'd you give it to me like this? It's okay, whatever. We're okay. We're okay. Not too worried about the glide slope or whatever, because we have perfect vision right now, so it's good. Ew, little funny there, isn't it? Yeah, I am not doing a good job right now. It's very difficult to switch between aircrafts, if I'm being honest with you guys. Okay, I hope these aircrafts don't come onto the runway. Yeah, that glide slope is a little messed up, honestly.
100, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 cars, 10, 5.
Okay, there we go. We are down. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Incheon. There we go, nice and easy. Got plenty of runway room. I don't know why we're stopping so harshly. There's really no need for this. There we go. Come on, disengage auto brake. There we go. Alrighty. That was a perfect flare. Well, thank you very much, man. That was possibly about a possibly. Yeah, but the A340 is very easy to land. Well, to be honest with you, it's kind of finicky on approach, but it is easy to actually do the touchdown with it if you align yourself well. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike Coffee. Thank you, Wildful. Thank you, Anas. Much appreciated. As long as you guys have a good time enjoying that. Okay, let's put our flaps up, shall we? And let's get that TCAS. You know what? I'll just stop right here. I'll stop for a second right here. There we go. Just pump the brakes a little hard. I'm not going to put the parking brake. I'll let it roll. But let's have that come to standby right there. Predictive wind shear can come off. This can come off. Don't really need any of that, do we? Let's get that off. That is already off. We'll put taxi lights on. We should have put this on for landing, by the way, which we didn't. Let's get our APU running, which we should. So let's do that. We don't need to do this right away, but you know, it is what it is. Good. We'll get our landing replay coming up in just a second, so don't you go anywhere. Our landing replay is coming up. Let me see if I can park somewhere here on one of these gates. They're technically meant to be medium gates, but we'll squeeze in somewhere. Do we have replays today? It's too early to tell. I can only tell you whether SkyDolly has worked successfully after we park into a gate. Then I'll be able to let you know whether we have SkyDolly available. Let's put that, stow that spoiler away. So yeah, for now let's complete our taxi and let's hope that we do have SkyDolly available. Okay. Good, taxiing along here. Let's see. Where can we park ourselves? This is the default Incheon. I don't think we're supposed to be here. These are all for smaller aircrafts. Maybe we can go a bit off into the distance there and find ourselves a gate. So we'll do that today. And then we'll take a look at our landing replays. There we are rolling on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful sight, isn't it? It's very satisfying after you've landed to come in and roll ourselves into a parking. Yeah, we can take that. We can take that gate right there. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna take this turn. The default airport is not good. Of course, it's not good, but I was expecting worse. Yeah, as you can tell, the default airport is... Yeah, we can't squeeze in there. We're gonna scrape into that Airbus over there. That's for sure. Not enough clearance for this, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. I've got an add-on that improves the lighting, the bulbs and stuff for the lighting. That's why the lighting is good, I guess. It's a bit funny though, it's a bit tall. Okay, I think we can barely make it. We're not gonna make that. It's okay. Let's find ourselves a parking right there, and then we'll put that in. Brilliant. Just beautiful, isn't it? Do you have a setup for flight simming, or are you using a controller? To be honest, I can't taxi that good with a controller. No, this is not a controller. I do... Okay, so here's what happened. I used to fly with a controller earlier. Oh, we missed our gate. Well, we can go to the one in front. I used to fly with a controller once in a while earlier, but now I use a controller just for... Actually, I don't use a controller at all now. Since I got ChasePlane, ChasePlane doesn't let you fly and control views with your controller. It's either one or the other. So I just ditched the controller completely, to be honest with you. I use it only occasionally for the drone camera. But I'm using a Thrustmaster throttle and joystick. The T16000M pack is what I'm using. One of the most basic stuff. You know? So that's how it is, yeah. That's how it is. Back, like once in a while I did use the controller when I was lazy to use like the joystick and the throttle and stuff, but those days are gone. Now every time you see me fly, I'm using the throttle and the joystick. Thrustmaster one. Not very fancy joysticks or anything, but you know, they get the job done, so why not? Why not? Okay. Yeah, we can leave it right there. I doubt the parking is gonna do us any favors here. Yeah, look at this. This is terrible. Anyway, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Cool that you have a setup. I wonder what a joystick feeling is like. By the way, I realized I recently watched your XP12 Citation X review. Yeah, I did make a video on that. I made a video on the X-Plane 12 Citation X. Yeah, I did. Thank you for watching the video, Mr. Wildful. Thank you very much for watching the video. I appreciate it a lot. If you wanna, there is the Xbox One joystick by Thrustmaster. That is a very good beginner joystick, entry-level joystick. Or you can take the Logitech Extreme Pro 3D. You can take the Ursa Minor, is it called? So you have a lot of options that are quite entry level. I myself, I didn't spend a lot of money on this setup either, so it's just a basic one. So you still have your options. You should probably look into that. Joystick honestly does make a huge difference compared to the controller, by the way. Anyway, let's see whether we have landing replays available. Pressing SkyDolly. Yes, SkyDolly has worked today, and we do have landing replays. It's a long taxi, so let me begin rewinding it right now. I'm still rewinding it because there we go. Okay, let's begin our landing replay. Landing replay. We shall find out how good or bad that landing was, and I shall give my honest opinion on what I thought about it. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back. It's a long taxi, isn't it? I think we'll be okay though. Yeah, not as bad as the China taxi in Beijing. There's that Jin Air that's been following us all this time. We landed before him, huh? Interesting. Okay. So that's where the landing is. I'm gonna go somewhere here. Thanks for your advice. I'll consider if I get to buy a setup. Let's see the landing. Let's see it indeed. Let's see it indeed. So let's check it out, eh? First landing replay. Let's see how that went. All right. Nice vortex is right there. That was a good landing. The last minute correction was actually very good. I don't do that often, but today I did, and that was brilliant. I like that I did that, and there comes our Air Canada to ruin that for us. Yep, that was pretty good. It was also on the center line. Let's go back and have a couple more landing replays, shall we? Let's take a look at the belly view right there. Let's take a look at this. We'll have a lot more landing replays, obviously, but we'll go through them. Yep, that was good. That was decent indeed. That was decent indeed. Let's see what Elevatics calls my rate of landing. Rate of landing, according to Elevatics, is minus 299. That is BS, man. 0.98 G minus 299. That's BS. I need to stop looking at Elevatics. That's not true. That is not true. Maybe because we touched down with one side first. Perhaps that's why. I don't know. But that landing wasn't that terrible. Let's see. Let's take a look at another view. How about this one? Yeah, we'll take a... You know what? Let's take a look at the external views. Those are more fun first. Let's check this out. Oh, yeah, that is glorious. Look at that. Yeah, that was not minus 300, man. Nope. I don't think it was. I think we've got ourselves an inaccurate landing rate. Let's take a look at that landing once more. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, it's an interesting view of the whole thing, isn't it? All right. Ignore that. That's because of the landing replay, not because of the actual landing. Yeah, I would agree with you, Mr. Walful. I will agree with you on that. Okay, let's take a few more landing replay ganders here. That's a little too far. How about from the... Let's try this one first. We need to allow some time for the spoilers to go down there and stuff. Yeah, because... Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. We know that the spoiler's deployed correctly, so we'll ignore that for now. Just takes a while for it to go down. It's okay. There we go. Oh, the deceleration effects have literally screwed up our view there, huh? No worry, we'll take a look at it from another point of view. Let's take a look at it from another point of view where it's not ruined. How about this one first? Okay. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, some of the animations on the reverses and the spoilers and stuff aren't working for the replay now, but that's okay. We saw them on the first few replays, but after that they stopped working. That is okay. So not too bad, not too bad at all. Check the other side. Maybe this view is a little better. Let me fast forward it. Those are some terrible textures right there. Obviously that gets fixed with the payware. Yep. Not bad. Not bad. I like that. Alright, I'll play one last replay. That is going to be this view right here. Then after that, we will go ahead and shut down our aircraft. You can see our brakes are glowing right now. They're red hot. It's just because of the landing replays, honestly. Alrighty. Very nice. Let's go ahead and fast forward this all the way to where we left off at the parking now. And we'll shut down our aircraft. We put the flaps up and stuff, didn't we? Yeah, we did, but it's not going to show right now. I think the replay tool is a little more broken than usual. This is SkyDolly. To be honest, MSFS disappointed me on that view. Even XP12 would do a better job with default terrain. Yeah, that is one thing with MSFS 2020. Oh, we have a WASM module crash. That is what it is. Look at that. Would you look at that? Never seen that in my life. Look at that. Package Inibuilds. Something has crashed. So the panel, the module that controls the interior panel has just crashed. Tiada! Oh, good lordy. Okay, let's just go to the tablet. We'll just cold and dark this thing. Where is the state? Is there a state load on this thing? SkyDolly, wasn't that a term used in flying long ago? It's the replay tool that I use right now. That actually looks cool. Oh god. That's a complete failure. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen with the A340. I have to mention that. It does happen with the A340. Inibuilds models, the A350 has issues, the A340 has issues. This is one of the issues it has. Awesome stuff. It definitely has issues with that. Now I'm checking, do we have state load? Yeah, let's do cold and dark. Confirm. Why not? Yeah, and then we'll just say, okay, let's just, I don't know, take ourselves to suitable parking. Yes, warp me there. And then we will say deboard. Just shush. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it like this. Whatever on earth just happened, let's just leave it. That is not the correct parking, Mr. GSX. But there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that stream today, and we've got a complete WASM failure on our aircraft, so there isn't much more we can do here today. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. I saw some new faces today in the chat. Welcome to the channel. Anas, thank you for tuning in. Fuong 2007, welcome to the channel. Mike Coffee, thank you very much for tuning in again. Who else? The Code A's, thank you very much for tuning in once again, man. We've got, who else do we have? Mr. Wildfall, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much. Welcome. So yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Thank you very much, Mr. Anas. Thank you. See you guys soon. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of that good stuff for the channel. Check out my videos. I think I had one that I released recently, I guess. Yeah. So check that out. Tell me what you think, and I shall catch you in the next stream. And until next time, you have yourself a great day. See ya. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Toodaloo.